Hey.
Because I have no way of knowing.
All right. Oh,
Does this look on? Yeah.
Rainbow Bee. Sound.
Kelly, is the sound
Thanks,
working?
Di. Sound's on.
Sound is working.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Are you sharing?
That's why I said while I'm here.
Okay. People. Hit share on the multi.
Here's what I found.
No. Stop it, Siri. Unless you're sharing, I don't want to hear it. Just kidding.
That was the second hardest setup since we've started.
Oh.
That was like everything.
Well, she was sharing. You can call her Sharon.
Sure. Sure. All right.
Sharon is Karen.
So we are currently live on our 500 and
23rd.
thanks, Georgia. 23rd. I kept wanting to say 52nd, but it's like all flipped and not like that at all. 523rd Rumble. We are spinning the wheel, but first, we're going to do the land acknowledgement. The Creator gifted us with this land that we are blessed to share and care for together. We acknowledge that the land we gather on Wakinstas is the ancestral territory of the Siksika Sitipi, the Siksika, the Kainai, the Piikani, and the Amskapi Piikani. We acknowledge all the Treaty 7 signatories, including the Tsuut'ina people, as well as the Ayarhe Nakota nations, Bearspaw, Chiniki, and Wesley. This land is also home of Métis Nation Region 3 and all others who call this place home. So we get together every Wednesday. People bring their art supplies. If you want to make art with us, everyone is welcome. We spin a wheel, get 3 random pieces of art, and then we make art for 2 hours. Did I say that? I might be stroking out. First piece of inspiration comes to us from our dear friend Yoko Ono. Light piece from 1963. Carry an empty bag. Go to the top of the hill. Pour all the light you can into it. Go home when it's dark. Hang that bag in the middle of your room in the place of a light bulb. That's really nice. So first piece of inspiration is you got to be your own light. Got to gather it where you can.
Light.
And spread it wherever you can.
You're my light.
You're my light too.
Except for when this light doesn't come on and then everything goes wrong.
So light is the first piece of inspiration. Second piece of inspiration from your illustrated guide to becoming one with the universe. Let go of all the rigid expectations of how these seeds will grow and what they will grow into. Let go of all the rigid expectations of what these seeds will grow into. They're just going to grow.
Can I tell you something?
They're just going to grow.
Do you know the word rigid always stresses me out?
That's understandable.
Because because of my family and the Welsh accent, a lot of time Richard sounded like rigid,
Oh,
right? And so
rigid.
and if I hear all both syllables, I'm in shit, right? So
You always look pretty. And also
rigid,
but rigid,
get over here.
it's also a really stressful word anyway. So,
Rigid, I know, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no question.
Here, I just kept flipping, and this is really pretty. Lesson 3, breathe in, breathe out. Let us be reacquainted with the miracle that is your breath. All the trees, flowers, and plants on this earth make it possible for you to breathe. All living things on this earth are breathing in and out the same air that you are. I like that plant life grows the same way as the follicles in your lungs.
Actually, I was listening to David Suzuki talk once about how you're made out of water and oxygen.
Yeah.
Right? But what happens is I breathe in, right? And the oxygen in the air gets mixed in with my blood and becomes part of me. I'm made out of that air. But then I breathe out and parts of me go out into the air and you breathe it in. And so when we're in the same space, we become each other. Because parts of me are going inside of you. Parts of you are going inside of me.
It's true. So, bonus piece of inspiration from Shel Silverstein. What's in the sack? What's in the sack?
What's in the box?
Is it some mushrooms or is it the moon? Is it love letters or downy goose feathers or maybe the world's most enormous balloon? What's in the sack? That's all they ask me. Could it be popcorn or marbles or books? Is it 2 years worth of your dirty laundry or the biggest old meatball that's ever been cooked? Does anyone ask me, hey, when's your birthday? Can you play Monopoly? Do you like beans? What's the capital of Yugoslavia? Or who embroidered that rose on your jeans? No. What's in the sack? That's all they care about. Is it a rock or a rolled up giraffe? Is it pickles or nickels or dusted bicycles? And if we guess it, will you give us half? Do they ask where I've been or how long I'll be staying, where I'll be going or when I'll be back, or how do or what's new, or hey, why are you blue? No, all they keep asking is what's in the sack? What's in the sack? I'm blowing my stack at the next one who asks me what's in the sack. What? Oh no, not you too. Oh, because we just read it and we said what's in the sack.
Mm-hmm.
Poor guy. He just wants to be a person.
Mm-hmm.
People just want to know what's in the sack.
Shh, don't tell him that. So we're going to make art. We got light.
Light.
We got breathing.
Breathing.
Seeds growing.
Seeds growing.
And what's in the sack?
Sack.
Sack.
Exactly.
We're going to make art for 2 hours. We're going to put art on the website, the event page. And we are going to generally just have a nice chillax evening. Hopefully everyone feels loved. Take care of each other. It's scary out there.
Oh, yeah, I did feel the funk, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah. But we're here and everything is nice in here within these walls. It's fine.
funky.
It's fine. Everything's fine. I just keep stacking those books higher and higher and higher. No Oliver tonight?
Hello, Mr. Teo. How are you?
Hi, Theo. Would you like to trade these, or should we just keep putting new things in?
I have new stuff framed and matted, so perhaps it will sell better. The other stuff obviously doesn't.
No.
You know, I'm going to say the one sure thing we have these days is nothing is obvious anymore. It's all just crazy.
I already forgot 50 and 80.
You got it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then
30 and 80, that's the jam.
Yeah.
So cute this time.
Thank you.
Do you want to keep the stuff that hasn't sold?
Yeah, we can keep it because it's so beautiful. If you don't mind, we can keep
It's going to get busy soon.
All right.
Georgia.
now.
This is yours, Georgia.
Theo, when did
It's yours.
Oh, good.
I think, was it 20?
I think.
I think it was 20 from last week. Welcome to Rumble House. We're just going to go on our bad memories.
We'll make new bad memories.
We'll make your bad memories.
Are we going to run this feed?
Yeah,
You got to do stuff on the camera.
I'm doing it now. I'm yawning into the camera.
Everyone loves that.
I'm here. Good.
Cutosaurus.
A thesaurus? Is my face in the camera right now?
This is not gonna work.
Or is it
man.
gone dark?
And,
No, it's not there.
It's not in the camera.
No.
Is it now?
No, it's all reflecting. All you can see is my face.
Hat that was slowly growing out, and then I saw, oh my goodness.
How do you do it where you can't
It's a
see
bowl.
me?
Plug
What's
it
the
in.
trick?
A bee.
Up or down, maybe. Like if you angle it.
Up or downer?
Good stuff.
Uppy downy.
No, it's reflecting off this
Do you have any?
and doing a bad
I do.
loop.
Bag. Good stuff.
Yeah, that's
Are we selling Chiron? Chiron?
What?
The centaur.
better.
This?
Yeah.
What did you call it?
Chiron.
Why?
Chiron. I don't know how to say it.
Why are you saying Sharon?
That's his name.
Sharon. No.
Wait.
Is it all come back to Sharon tonight?
It all goes back to Sharon the Live.
Sharon the live feed.
Does my center have a name that I don't know about?
It's just the most famous of the names. So maybe it's not your centaur. It was just stuck in my
That's
head
a
from
thing?
reading.
What's it
stories.
from?
From the mythologies.
Mythologies?
The person who ferries the ferryman.
Yeah.
The ferryman's daughter? We were only having a laugh and a giggle in the bubbly bath. When in came my mother and her big brother. Oh dear me, you can't laugh here. Oh dear me, I made a dashing bolt for the door. Towel, big brother began to growl. I said, oh sorry, life is story. I remember seeing a movie, though it was never quite as nice as this one. Sorry, I don't know why I'm singing that song. I just like listening to you Like
singing.
no one would know. You'd almost think I was making it up. It was also pretty random. You know?
That's why I thought you were making it up. I thought it was your song.
Yeah, no.
Nope.
Not claiming such a thing.
We've been lied to. It is not a Rich Taylor original.
Lies, lies, lies. All right. I also sort of feel like everything I've painted has been bombing lately. So, what do you think we can paint the video like?
I
Nothing
think
left.
You're so fast.
that's not right.
What?
You have everything.
Ooh, this is
I'm really trying to figure out how to.
What's our what's our vibe this
I need
week?
I've
you
only been crocheting
to
for-
keep an eye on my screen and this screen. So, can you let me know if I'm on screen or what's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, I started last.
Yeah.
Last
You're on
week.
screen.
Crazy.
You need to.
Nope, I refuse.
What you got there? Stream? What's happening?
I have rope.
What's happening?
I know.
At some point tonight, for comic relief, I'm gonna sit on this chair and it's gonna break. I can feel
Are you planning?
Just don't hurt yourself. If
Yeah.
the chair breaks, just
Yeah.
don't hurt yourself.
I second that.
Or somebody else.
Yeah, let's not have injuries.
It's a liability.
Just something.
Oh, I
I'll
forgot
sure
the
no
one
fun.
was-
Huh?
What?
Are those your drawings?
Which? No, the horse.
Bana
Bana.
and
Goodness gracious me.
I think you've met Bana.
But that,
Oops.
that's,
I know what I'm doing.
that's your painting though, the bottom one.
The cup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the devil.
Yeah.
The cup and the devil.
The Devil was a story by
Neil
plug that-
Gaiman.
Oh, it's nothing. We got to. I think we're okay. Actually, we should plug this in.
The chord's there.
I know what. There's no more. We use the,
There was a place that I saw an extra cue.
There's a place that I know that glitters as gold.
Yeah, you should.
The liar and the thief. Do I owe you money back? For the chapeau? See, I'm just gonna pocket it. go buy myself
You see
coffee.
that? She pocketed the money.
It's almost
Don't
safer in
forget-
her pocket.
We call that a Galen around here.
Galen will text at like 12 at night on a Wednesday and be like, it's in my pocket.
Yeah, but like 520 Wednesdays in a row. Yeah, it's in your pocket. Who the hell cares?
Who the hell cares?
Guess what we're doing in
This 20?
Huh?
Did you
50.
say 50?
Yeah,
And
50
80?
and 80 for the other ones. Yeah.
In
a week.
what?
Ah, watch, pay attention. It's up in the yard.
What is it that you're doing in a week?
We're going to a concert.
Ooh.
Bramford Marsalis.
Bramford Marsalis.
Playing a lot of the 1960s jazz that we love.
Yeah. Yeah, she. Yeah.
With the Philharmonic.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This goat horn has lots of character.
We're also gifted a table at Look.
Look where?
Exactly.
Just Look.
Across the street.
Look at what?
An entire table?
No.
No, like a seat at a table.
Oh.
This goat has a wonky horn, but
It's
he
so hard
is
to find
cute.
Oh, I know. It used to really stress me out because it was almost as though the city was trying to get rid of us.
I was so close to parking near your building.
You can.
If you park in a parking lot too, I'll just pay you back for the parking.
Oh, I don't have a credit card, so I can't pay for parking.
That is
Set
I
it up
just-
on your phone and then you can Apple Pay it.
I just park there and just hope.
Don't do that. Just set it on your phone and you can pay for Apple Pay.
Can you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chelsea, I have a question.
I always pay for
Chelsea,
parking through my phone.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think you could help Sky set up his Apple phone?
Yeah.
Would you be interested in Chelsea helping you with this? But does it work if he doesn't have a credit card still?
Yeah, you can set it
Yeah, you
up
can use
through
like debit
your
or Visa
debit.
debit or
Yeah, I
Do
have
you
it.
have a
I have
Visa
it.
debit? Okay, so where did you park? In the parking lot across the street?
No, I parked down the street.
On
You're
the
gonna have to go
street
get
or
it
in a
on the
parking lot?
street.
Oh, well, it's free parking
On the
after
street where it
6.
says you have to pay for parking after 6. Not after 6, before 6.
Yeah,
Well,
after
after
6 on
6.
street parking, you're fine.
So you're fine.
you're fine.
But if you park in any of the parking lot, it'll tell you what the app is called,
Okay.
and you download the app on your phone, and then when you pull in, you hit click park, and it pops up and it tells you where you are, and you hit yes, park till what
Oh,
time,
okay.
and then you hit what time, and then you go Apple Pay.
Apple Pay.
Because I've risked it so many times.
Not after 6. The parking's all free after 6.
Not
Yeah,
in
but
the
sometimes
Not in
parking
the
lot.
parking lot, it's not.
The parking lots are not free after 6.
Sometimes I've gone to Mac and just been like, I
We
don't
never
have
pay at Mac, but Mac is different. They don't really enforce Mac. The Mac is kind of on an honor system because all the money in the Mac parking lot goes to like sustainable like forestry and stuff.
They changed it so it's now part of the app that we have. So I
Sure,
don't know
but
if
what
it's
I'm saying
different
is
now.
that generally Mac doesn't check very often because I think they're doing it on that said,
Yeah.
it is worth I think paying for parking at Mac. If I'm correct that they donate that money to woodlands and birds and things.
Either way, it was the most stressful Mac visit that I've ever had.
Oh.
I was like, I didn't pay for
What does
parking.
occluding mean?
How long were you in for?
Like an hour less.
Oh,
Way less than
an
that.
hour at Mac I would pay for parking for
It
sure.
was like maybe 15 minutes.
You know where I really resented paying for parking? Was Mount Royal.
You know
Back
what I
then it was
resent
like-
paying for parking?
Hospital.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy. My friend Kevin had a heart failure, and I had to go pick up his car when he couldn't leave the hospital.
No, that's like the last place you should ever have to worry about that.
Especially at the children's hospital.
Yeah.
I don't have that paint right now, but when I get it, I'll get it for free. Okay.
What?
Were we talking about paint today? Okay, never mind.
Or any hospital.
Also pretty.
We're going to a hospital. It's likely that it's a stressful time. But we just have more stressful time.
Right. And you don't know how long you're gonna be there, so you either overpay or underpay.
Well, what happened is he got to the hospital and then his heart failed and he spent a month in the hospital. And about 3 weeks in, he phoned and asked if I would find his car and move it. And I wasn't really paying attention, so I drove to the wrong hospital first. That was awkward.
If you're gonna have a heart failure, a hospital is a great place to do it.
I think he felt like something was wrong. So he went out of his way to go to the hospital and get checked. And then as he got to the hospital,
They're like, you're not going anywhere.
shit went sideways.
Depressing.
Ow.
I know a lot of climbing knots. Don't know any sailing.
Do you sail?
No, but I'm around boats a lot.
My uncles were all in cadets. My dad and uncles were in cadets. They all sailed.
Oh, I do officially, as of yesterday, have a boating license.
Nice.
Yeah, I can boat legally.
What kind of boat?
Pleasure craft. Nothing big.
So not too much pleasure. Pleasure, but not too much pleasure.
Technically, it's nothing for commercial purposes.
Is anybody online?
Going sideways, you guys need to stop.
What?
I think there's like 8 people.
8 people.
I'm just sitting here embroidering a goat. Look, goat. Goat horn. Well, I'm only at the goat horn currently.
Actually,
it's-
here's a question.
Oh, I see it.
It's just a horn currently. It will be
Do you know the
nice.
phrase? Do you know the phrase "goat"? Like greatest of all time.
Oh yes.
Do you know who popularized such a phrase?
Me.
Yeah.
Sky.
Initially, globally.
I have no idea.
Still sky.
Enlighten me.
Well, I just heard him talking about it, and so I was quite shocked because actually, it sort of struck a bell as familiar. Like, oh, I think I did know this. And then he was talking about how great it was that this had become sort of such a popularized saying and used so universally. But I wondered if other people knew. I think it was in a song. This helps.
Eminem.
No, but not that far off. Actually, pretty far off.
Okay.
It's the right genre.
Actually.
Dr. Dre.
Nope.
Snoop Dogg.
Um,
Am I getting warmer or colder?
you're getting the exact same.
Okay.
What?
There's been no
Sorry?
progress.
Beastie Boys.
Did those behind you all sell?
I would say the Beastie Boys are a little more close in the sense.
They're the little
that,
one? Oh, I will move this.
Okay, I'll put up the other ones.
Time-wise, Beastie
Yeah, I
Boys
don't
isn't
think
that far
I
off.
put up. I don't think I put the devil. Did I put the
Well,
devil
then
up
my
last?
clue won't help you at
No,
all.
I don't think so.
I will put a picture up.
There's a picture up, but
Oh.
we didn't.
Um,
I'll put
Here's
it
here's
up.
a clue.
okay.
Okay.
I don't know how many rappers that Chelsea knows, but she would know this one.
Is there a small?
I would.
Are
Say
you gonna
hi
go in
at
the
the
front?
small. Say hi.
I wasn't listening.
What was it? Beastie Boys.
How are you?
Oh
Good.
hi, nice to see you.
Did he say close to Beastie Boys?
Oh yeah, I thought I was talking to you 2 minutes ago. I said it. So I don't have the cans yet.
Okay, no worries.
Somebody else put them away for me. I haven't seen them, so I'll let you know. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna stick around tonight though. I should
Okay.
go home.
That's okay. It's nice to see
Yeah,
you.
likewise.
Take care.
Yeah,
LL
take care, guys.
Cool.
Sorry, I missed that. Can you repeat what you
When
just
was the
said?
Beastie Boys?
Oh, hang on.
Oh, like in the 80s and 90s.
Did you say LL Cool J?
Yeah.
Or Ice Cube?
That was LL Cool J.
Oh, I got it. Ladies love Cool James. Is what that stands for.
Yeah. He was 16 when he broke.
It makes sense that he made up goat if he named himself Ladies Love Cool James.
Oh, I'm butterfly.
I switched our to golf the other day. Well, you know, golf.
Sometimes when we're bored at work, we do not races.
Yeah, I'm sure that kitchen table piece sold.
Okay.
Did it sell to your mom?
Yeah, I think so.
What's a kitchen table piece?
Your kitchen table piece.
What's a kitchen table piece?
With
I
pictures
didn't
of-
get into the kitchen table.
Yeah.
Is the oh no, that's old. Never mind.
Rich, do you know any
Never mind.
knots?
You're
Oh,
good?
is that all that's up?
I do.
List anything last week?
Not.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
I'll
Am
get
I on
more-
screen here?
Yeah, your painting is on screen.
Yeah, it's not as.
No, it's not as fun as
I know a few knots actually. Now I don't know the names of the knots, and I don't know if I'm making them the way they're supposed to be made.
You can tie a knot if it's an accurate knot.
What I guess what I'm saying is my dad was a sailor, right?
And
Also that.
My dad was a sailor, and I remember he would show me knots when I was a kid. So I had an understanding of why knots, but not necessarily a good memorization of the name of a knot and the actual formula for a knot. Now that said, having a basic understanding about why knots, for instance, why would this not be this way or why would that not be that way?
As important as
The years I spent not having a vehicle that could carry the products I was carrying, so I had like paintings attached to vehicles for a long time. I got really good at putting paintings on the roofs of cars that shouldn't have paintings on the roof of cars. And I think it was an exposure to knots as a young man that helped me.
Feel confident in that?
No, tie. Well, yes, but no. More about tying knots that made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when I tied that knots made sense, when I would see like a video on how to tie a knot, I would understand it in a way that I'm not explaining this well.
I understand
No.
exactly what you
Yeah, it makes sense
No,
what
I
you're saying.
kind of think a young exposure to knots through my dad, who loved to tell me about sailing, helped me tie really good,
Like-
appropriate knots for the
independent
situation.
knots that made sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like appropriate knots for the situation.
I would sort of learn later on in life why my knots were working.
I'm not. I know my knots. I'm just not very good at deciding on which knot to use in what situation.
Right.
Yeah, those little panels go.
I would say it's the opposite of that. Were you a scout?
No.
You were a cadet.
Yeah.
Did you do knots in cadets?
No, I did a lot of knots in school though. When we did our knots.
Tell us the story about your violin case.
Mine?
There's our.
Mine? What?
Okay, never mind.
Did my mom tell you a story about a violin
Yep.
case? Can you tell me the story?
You weren't touching the strings,
Oh yeah.
and she was at the concert, and she was watching you play the violin, and she's like, "He's not touching the strings."
I was touching the strings. I just got really good at touching the strings without making noise. So it looked like I knew what I was doing, but I
Gotcha.
had no idea what I was doing.
And you got 90% in band, even though you couldn't play.
Yep.
Still can't read music.
Highly adaptive though. High adaptive skills.
Good at bullshitting. I mean, faking.
I'm not good at bullshitting. My tendency to tell the truth gets the better of me.
I mean, if it doesn't matter, such as like band practice,
Yeah.
I'll pull that out of my ass.
I was at work and this guy, I should tell the story.
When we were in school, we had to do blacked out knots underwater.
Well, that's cool.
So it's blindfold.
Horrendous. Your school sounds horrible and scary.
It's scary.
He loved every minute of it.
Your job sounds horrible and scary.
He loves every minute of it.
The price just went up.
Do you get homework to take home, Sky, from your work?
No.
I think he wins out of all of us. I think Sky wins.
Did you ever have to go
Yeah, sorry.
to work and teach stupid people to do stuff that they didn't want to do?
Sometimes.
Chelsea can't judge you then.
I don't think any one of us can judge you.
I couldn't find pictures of some Abana stuff, so
I will put those up.
I can either take pictures. So the only ones I have are Theo's up and Rich's Dragon Lighting.
I wonder if this one's going up.
Has a bad word on it. Usually he puts love on it. This time he did not put love on
There's feelings.
it. Angry love on it.
There are feelings. I like that.
I agree.
And only 11 Jesus.
Oh,
What could go wrong?
They're in the water. Like a big, looks like a trapeze with ropes on top of it. And that was another time. There's another person got out of holding. They could see. And then you tie up the knot, hands away, and they put them in. And if the knot was good, they'd tell you the next knot. If the knot was bad, they would
That's horrible. Like, how many hours a day did you spend in the water?
a lot. We spent, I did the math recently, and total from work and school, about 47 hours in water. If you were in water every day.
What's the worst job you had, Chelsea? Maybe not the
I
worst.
have jobs. We counted the other day. I've had 38 jobs.
Okay, what's the worst experience you had at a job? One single worst moment.
When I was 17, I was painting pipes in northern Alberta.
Yeah, painting what?
Pipes in a
Pipes.
gas processing plant.
Yeah.
And all of the pipes were about an inch round, and we didn't have ladders or safety harnesses. And the process, they went up 30 feet, 20 feet tall, 20 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet high. And we had to color code them, and some of them were boiling hot and would burn your hands and your boots, and some were freezing cold, and you had to climb up them with your paint in one hand and your paintbrush, and then use the other hand to climb up. And I was at the very top one time, and as they were burning hot, as you painted it, the paint would burn off. So you were often scampering down to go throw up because you were inhaling the fumes all day long. And it was northern Alberta, and I was at the very top one time, and a big giant spruce bug landed on my neck.
A big giant what?
Spruce bug.
Okay.
They're big, giant, scary looking bugs. And I had to scamper down, get it off my neck, and then go throw up, and then keep working. That was probably one of the worst ones.
That really sounds
I don't
horrible.
know. It was in the 90s, and there was no safety protocols. There was three of us girls doing it, and our supervisor was sitting and striking the weed porn all day long. And safety was not a big concern.
Is this on screen?
That just sounds like a horrible experience.
Sounds
Yes,
bad.
you are on screen.
Does sound very bad.
I think they paid me $10 an hour, so I was okay with that because minimum wage was like $6 an hour.
I don't get what it was worth it, Chelsea.
I was saving money for college. And I was really skinny because we threw up like
I
6
worked at
times a
Jamba
day.
And I was the only boy that worked at Jamba Jabba. So what would happen is I would replace the toilet paper in the bathroom, in the men's room. And I was making $25 an hour working for a t-shirt company where I sent work right to Matt Groening and the guys from Simpsons and also the guys from South Park. So my artwork would go from my desk right to their desks, and I'd get artwork back that was signed by Matt Groening if he liked the artwork. And then in my contract it said I had to shred the
Signature.
signatures because they didn't want me selling pictures of Bart Simpson with
His signature.
Matt Groening's signature on it.
Oh.
But I was making $27 an hour doing these t-shirts, which was fine. The only social outlet I had was I worked in a cafe for probably like you were saying, like $8 an hour or something. I got busy and I took a few. I only had one shift a week. I got busy and I didn't go in a couple shifts. When I got there, nobody had gone into the men's washroom to change toilet paper in a while, and somebody had gone into the men's washroom and had to use newspaper to finish their business. They used the newspaper, stuck it in the toilet, and the toilet clogged. So there was 4 inches of fecal matter all over the bathroom floor with newspaper shoved into the toilet. And after the floor flooded, they took the remaining newspaper they used to clean themselves up and they stuck it to the wall. The
What was the
adhesion for
term?
sticking it to the wall.
The
was,
term
yeah.
you called it?
The what?
The
Cooper mache, yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Mine was just Amazon. So I looked it up.
The funny thing is, I didn't hate the painting job.
No, that reminds me of Cyber Surfer. I remember
I didn't
we
hate it.
similarly
Yeah.
didn't have the safety gear. We also didn't have the right length ladder. So we went to put a sign up on a roof one time, and I was allowed to use the ladder that reached the ground, and my friend Martin put the other ladder on the roof of the truck.
Yeah.
So that we could get up high enough to put this sign up. And the thing about signs is the biggest sign in the world looks like a postage stamp when it's up on the building. And so I remember we got up this ladder, 2 ladders, drill bits in the teeth, hanging onto the drill with one hand, no safety harnesses. And I remember the wind caught the sign we're carrying and pulled the 2 of us 15 feet away from the wall. And then the wind shifted and blew us back to the wall.
Yeah.
Like, there we were 60 feet in the air waiting to fall off the ladder. I do remember one time we were sent out with a bucket truck to take the bottom 4 feet off of a sign. So it was a billboard that they built onto. We just needed to go up there with some sledgehammers and knock the top 4 feet off. So we had a bucket truck, some hammers, some sledgehammers. We sat there swearing the entire day from 9 till 5. And at the end of the day, I remember looking up thinking, there isn't a cloud in the sky. There's one little puff in the sky, kind of like that scene in Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking to myself, if it was Saturday and somebody gave me a bucket truck and some sledgehammers, this would have been the best day of my life.
Yeah. We used
But
to take
because
the
we had
bucket
to do it.
trucks and dunk each other in the water,
Yeah.
get all in the harnesses and do like.
Yeah. So it was a pretty great day, but I didn't realize it until it was over. And I tried to make that into a part of my life's work, is to remember when to appreciate my day.
Right? Well, and that's the thing with the pipe cleaning thing, because you were just climbing all day long. Like, yeah, you were painting, but you kind of turned into it was fun. The climbing bit was really fun.
Fun
You
but
got really
dangerous.
brave and you didn't feel scared of the heights anymore, and you got, I don't know, that part was fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I'm trying to think. I've been pretty lucky with jobs. I think my least favorite job was babysitting, actually, when I was little, because
Yeah,
kids really stressed me out.
I did that a lot, and I had day homes with
Right?
my kids.
Yeah, like
so
that
I could
stresses
stay
me
with my
out.
kids. That was
Yeah.
not fun.
Because like I did demolition over the summers, and then when there's floods, we had to like rip out like moldy basements and stuff, and we didn't have any like protection, and there's like dead mice and stuff. I'm like, hantavirus wasn't a thing yet,
No.
so I'm like, oh, it's fun, but like I still enjoyed it because I loved breaking. Like you break it down to the studs, and it's
Yeah.
just like really satisfying. So that wasn't a bad job.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
think maybe the worst one was with Tice was a baby. I had a day home with a bunch of kids, and
Yeah.
I just wanted to be at home with my baby. I did not want those other kids in my house.
Oh,
So that was really hard.
yeah.
That was really hard.
That's stressful.
And we lived in an interesting part of town, so the kids were a challenge.
Mm. That's
And they
stressful.
came at like 6 in the morning. They didn't leave till 6 at
I
night.
owe you this, and you'll have to show me how to get a transfer for the other.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not bad.
Good. Nice to see you.
That's good.
I love the heat.
Yeah.
Oh, me too. You'll never hear me argue. I lived in the United States for 32 years in
Yeah.
tropical climates.
Love it.
So coming back here was not fun for me.
Yeah, right? Like as soon as it gets nice.
Well, it's like being tortured.
Here, actually, if you have the cash in your pocket
Yeah,
on the other
I'll
one,
trade you.
and then
I need to give you that. And I will write it down. Oh, so much money in my pocket. I am avoiding my work a lot.
did you see these beautiful pieces from Theo?
I don't want to do it. My brain is saying, take a break.
Take a break from what?
Oh, this is
Well, can you take a break?
Yeah, I can.
so nice.
So like once you decide you can, then you don't have to. Right? Like you can work as long as you feel like it.
Yeah.
I always feel that way. There's a lot of things in life where it's like
So
when you can't take a break, that's when it really eats you alive. Once you decide you can take a break, you can kind of make it one more week. You just keep doing that until you actually have to take a break. I realize I've been teaching almost 20 years. I only ever meant to teach for 5. And I probably made it to 20 years because I gave myself a mission to end at 5. 15 years of, it's probably my last one. I must have some tubes of paint somewhere. 2 tubes, a green one and a blue one.
weren't they on the chair
I'm
here?
asking you,
Yeah, they were. They were on the
where
chair.
do you think they went?
They were on that blue
I
chair,
remember them on the table.
and they were on the chair. Because I
You know what I'm saying? I remember them on the table. You keep saying chair.
How much was that? $20?
yeah. So she said she'll do the rest e-transfer.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Sorry,
okay.
that was.
No, I'm.
Hi.
Do I have any pieces in there right now?
Yeah, the
Which
2
ones?
little ones, the
Oh,
tarot
right.
card and the
Oh, okay, okay.
Sorry.
Tarot card.
So you're getting rid of those wood pieces, eh?
Sorry. No, I mean I was gonna use them, but you can have one if you want.
Well, I have one.
Yeah.
What did you buy? Calm down. That doesn't make anybody get out of me.
Well, the worst thing is this is the thing that really sets me off on the traffic warrants, right? There's a guy in a cockpit who is honking his horn at another guy in another cockpit. And so they don't realize that the people that are taking the brunt of these horns are the people on the street.
Exactly.
So, like, I've walked up to the car and banged on the window before and said, you know, you're inside your car. He's like, oh, what's wrong with you? I was like, yeah, but, like, I'm the one who hears it because I'm on the street.
Yeah.
Well, even if I know it, it's like I'm outside and it's really loud out here. And I remember the last 2 times I've said this to somebody, they're like, yeah, you make a good point. I'll try and do better. And I was like, that never happens. Like,
No one ever
some
tries to.
meatheads, like, that was on top of me.
I will do better.
Just make funny faces. It's not good.
move that to the other side of the chain. Yeah, I think you'll be ergonomically more set.
I'll just run the ring out. I'm practicing
Hey.
Really close to my face.
Alright.
And then whip Chelsea's face.
My God.
But I just try to collect them. Like, well, it's only 10 minutes. I just get the cheap one. Yeah, it's the best way to do it. Yeah, no. How do you can well, I just yeah, but in the track does the water cooling bring up. Liver track lights.
Is my
Video is on
no,
and
not
it
my
looks
video, is
good.
my canvas on screen.
Yeah.
Because I keep hitting my head on the
No, it looks good.
Stand that I have the camera on, and if it's not recording, it would be a drag to hit my head so many times for no good reason.
I'm like doing, oh, I'm trying to find more.
I'm putting some in from this.
It's a blue jean whale.
What? Ooh.
LA lady seems to score bad. Pretty very music.
So cute.
Hold me closer, tiny Chelsea.
I do know that song.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
His name needs to be Elton now.
No, his name needs to be Ted Danza.
Why Ted
Or
Danza?
Tony Danza.
Why Ted
Because
Danza?
my ex used to think it was Hold Me Closer,
Closer,
Tony
Tony.
Danza. And he'd sing it that way all the
I
time.
can think of two good reasons to never tell that story.
What are those reasons?
Well, one, that it's not a good story.
Wow.
Oh,
And two, none of us
I don't
need
You
to
never
tell.
say that about your story.
that was really funny, I thought.
No, because I'll tell you why. This is the actual truth. The second part was that you should forget about your ex. Thought you'd appreciate that back up. But part of our philosophy here is that we don't speak for the dead. We don't rewrite other artists' narratives, right? So when somebody takes a song and accidentally understands it as "Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza," the more we share that thought, the more confusion that abounds from that song, right? Like, if you painted a turtle and everybody thought it was a lion, it's gonna drive you nuts every time somebody goes, "Oh, that's a lion." You go, "No, it's a turtle." I'm like, "Oh, I see it now." But then each time they tell that story, I thought that was a lion. It reinforces the lion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The process of simulacra.
Isn't simulacra the no, that's still brought up. Never mind.
Process of simulacra
Oh, that's
is
so
when
cute.
you see a public art piece that just
Hello, my
keeps
friend.
becoming
Hello.
less
Hi.
itself.
You look
Hello.
so summery.
I feel summery.
It's very warm.
It's so warm.
I spent like 4 hours outside today and
I didn't mean to.
I'm very sleepy.
No, it's great.
I don't
I
think I
like
got
those
burnt.
stems.
So,
I just finished definitely.
it doesn't have a stinger.
Good friendly bees.
Oh, none of them have stingers?
They're friendly things.
Does that mean they're bumblebees?
Bumblebees have stingers.
Isn't there?
Wait, what other kind of bees are there? Killer bees.
The Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees, yeah.
I really think he's gonna milk the baby meanwhile. Somebody.
Letter B's.
I know, right?
I really think
What
that
is
would
his
be a
name?
great idea.
What is their name?
It was very inclusive of you.
I caught myself.
I just like to congratulate the allies every time they say anything, actually. I really like this beat. Let's say we don't set it.
Beetlejuice is another bee.
Every Wednesday. while I'm here.
Those are backdoor sales, guys. That's how you lose art galleries.
Sorry, I was just kidding. I don't have any money, but it is cute. Groceries are expensive, deal.
Mushrooms?
Groceries,
Don't
but
be-
also mushrooms. Yes, also
Big kids.
expensive.
Big kids back from university, I've spent more in
Oh my
groceries
God.
this month than I have all year. He's like, Mom, I think I found my appetite. I'm like, I
That's
know.
nice. You're like, did you find your wallet?
Find it somewhere else. No, I'm just
Tell me
kidding.
You've starved yourself all year because now.
Like, what is like everyone else spending on groceries? Can I
Too
ask
much.
that? Like,
Too much.
I genuinely like I've Googled it and Google has results from like 2018 and they're saying like $200 to $300 a month per person and I don't. That's not enough.
Per person.
It's not.
You know what? If it's Ash and me,
It's per week. Per person.
100% we can get away with that. But we eat a lot of lentils and canned tuna. With Tice home, a week ago I spent $300 on groceries, and then on Monday I went and picked up another grocery order, and it was $120.
So like 700 a month is not unreasonable.
You
Okay.
eat a ton of fruit though too, right?
I'm a fruit whore.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing about
I
food
just
is
love
like
it.
we're just
I
getting
can't
to the
help
point where we can grow fruit here. So
Yeah, we don't have a very long fruit season.
there's that scene in Jack the
I
Ripper
get a
where
lot
it's like
from
luring the
Mexico.
people away with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever Costco
Grapes.
scared me. Like I do try my best. I go to Costco, but I'm still spending like $60.
How do you get to Costco?
I was feeling like
The lady I work for, she needs to go to Costco every week, and so now I need to go to Costco.
$60 a week isn't that bad though.
I'm just fruit. That's like every berry you can
Really?
think of. A couple
Yeah.
mangoes, sometimes some grapes if I feel like it.
Yeah.
Kiwis.
I was doing around
I want-
$50 a week in school, but I was not eating a lot.
Did you say $5 a week?
50.
Oh my
Yeah.
I
god.
was not eating.
Even 50, that's not enough.
I was not eating a lot more well.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say,
like my
where's your
friend only
vegetable
spends like
intake?
$150 on groceries per month, and I'm like, how are you alive?
See, when it's just Ash and I have months where we spend like maybe $300, but they're only with me for 2 weeks out of the month.
I'm also bougie, so like to be fair, I
I mean,
just
listen, if you're
I'm carrying my body through food.
So
if it's food that's going to keep you alive, it doesn't matter what it is.
Really, like the way I look at it is, what did you want to spend your money on?
yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I spend my money on food, and I don't go anywhere. So I don't know. My life's kind of boring, but I eat well. Yeah, so that's nice.
We spend our money on records and food,
Yeah,
and
Marlo, do
electricity,
you want to
art
name the
supplies.
bee?
I'm thinking of a name.
Beef
I'm-
juice.
Like,
Yes.
Yeah?
You can let is it Marlo in the background?
that's the point.
Sorry?
Marlo in the background?
Marlo's here. Yeah.
Who's
So-
us?
Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi. So if you want to get groceries, you can go the second Tuesday of the month, I think, or the first Tuesday of the month. And it's
Tuesday. Safeway. Is it Safeway? Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh, I know, Kelly. I spend $50 a month at Safeway.
decided to
Just
say
for that
so.
reason. Gotta get the discount, you know. Scene points.
Yeah.
I'm on it. My parents taught me that one, first Tuesday of every month. And I've been pretty good. I want to name it lemon juice, but I don't know why. I think it's a mix of Beetlejuice, but it's just random. But it just told me that's its name now.
It's gonna get a little lemon.
I intuitively name things. It's ridiculous. Scene or whatever.
Oh, yeah, you just get a
Her
plug
name
in
is
online.
Gina. I don't have any.
It's me.
Nobody's named
And
Gina.
all my,
Which is pretty cool.
saved up, you know,
Great
and,
Who's Lucky Man Humans?
then they're like, well,
Okay, so my sister was supposed to be a boy and was not. But like very clearly on every ultrasound ever was a boy. So we don't know how that happened. But I was so convinced that I was having a sister, because I was, that my parents were like, okay, whatever, you can name her a girl. They knew. Like even to this day, I've seen the ultrasound. It's very clear that something went wrong. But I don't
Same
know.
with my dad. It was a girl up until he was born.
Yeah.
So he had all pink clothes the first year of his life.
It happens. But I got a phone call at school one day in grade 2. I got called down to the office and I was like, oh my god, I'm in trouble. But it was just my dad on the phone being like, what's your sister's name? And like just so unimpressed. And I immediately was like, Barbie. And they were like, no. So she didn't have a name for 4 days because I needed to Google.
You didn't want to do Barbara? Because that's Barbie.
And they just like wouldn't let me. No. Which like she's sad about now. Apparently.
Hi.
No.
Right, there's something to just
Yeah.
watch the whole body.
I like
Come on in.
we should do more wings like that.
I just
You'll allow me?
should have used it twice.
If you're nice.
What's this guy's name?
Blueberry. Blueberry juice.
Blueberry juice. How are you? There's no phone in there.
Blueberry.
This was down in Kensington, wasn't it?
No,
No.
that used to be in the
Trap and Gill.
fish bar.
The trap fish bar.
Don't say hello though.
The trap and gill.
Don't say hello.
Okay.
Hello.
That one's still in Kensington.
It's heaven oh, heaven oh. When you say goodbye, it's a good night.
There you go.
I want all you guys to come down to San Francisco City Lights and you'll get my book. They give you the book for $250, but if I sign it, it's $10,000 US. I got 2 platinum cards, one to pay the other one off.
Do you remember us from Gorilla House?
You,
I made you a T-shirt. Do you
but you
remember?
didn't give me a damn donut. That's what pissed me off.
I didn't have donuts at the Grill House, but do you remember me? I can never tell. I made you.
Of course, I remember you.
What kind of T-shirt did I make you?
It was a green one with Patty, my sister. She's my love of my life.
Patty Smith.
She's my
yes.
covenant, my twin flame, my everything.
Okay, it's good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Platinum.
Where are you coming from?
I'm coming from New York City.
No, I mean just now.
It's supposed to be.
Where were you 10 minutes ago?
Wonder why.
Patty's my shaft, I'm her deep throat, and I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about martial amps. You should see my radio station.
Where's your radio station?
They give me flowers that are myself. Transfiguration. I'm artistically transcendent.
I am also. I'm not doubting you. I think you're speaking the truth.
I went to the longest day. Is it Equinox? Is the longest
Did you look
day?
at your?
Yeah. No, Equinox is halfway between the longest day.
Is the Equinox the last biggest day in the year?
No, it's halfway between the shortest day and the longest day.
It is? No.
Solstice is the longest night
Yeah, I went to a party.
and the shortest.
Solstice it was.
Yeah.
And they had nice food and plates of food. And for some reason, I brought fortune cookies. So I went back and I talked to some people, and I came back to the fortune cookies, and I opened one up. What did it say?
I don't know.
It said you transcendent.
Even the longest day ends.
That's nice.
I'm kind of telepathic. I'm a savant and all the rest of those guys.
That's perfect.
So next time I'll give you white shirts or black shirts because I didn't like that green.
What color green was? Well,
It was,
I got a good deal on those T-shirts.
yeah.
I feel like I'm probably this one.
Yeah. I feel like that's-
But for sure, if you bring in a T-shirt, it's easier.
Yeah.
Remember this one reminds me of when I want that one.
We're using all your-
8 o'clock.
Do you know the Reader's Digest?
Yeah.
Morals and ethics and values, and truth and honesty, integrity, respect, dignity,
Yeah.
and it's very close to be good with your kids. Close to your kids. And I read it, and it says, I'm going to put a curse on you, and all your kids are going to be born naked.
It's like a clown at the
His experience. Jimi Hendrix said that in the Reader's Digest.
Don't put a curse on you and all our kids will be born naked.
Everybody's born.
Jim Morrison was married to a witch in New York, Patricia Neely, fantasy writer.
Right.
Got in the pentagram and he fell up. The love of his life, Pamela Corson, he said, I think I once was. I think we were. Your cream is my wine and my silk is your shine. He's in town by it. He's in town.
Who is?
The changeling, the shapeshifter.
Jim Morrison. The Lizard King? He's
Well,
he's not in town, he's in
I'll be
France.
really nice with my words.
He's
Thank
in France.
I don't know why I'm attached to this one. I'm holding it. I'm gonna do it. Maybe not for now.
What was the best part of your day?
Is it Namaste or Namaste Night? It's called, like my candelabra's up and my chandelier's down. Chiasmus is called. Switch words.
Is it cool if I bring the cup outside?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for asking, but don't ever worry about stuff like that.
I remember one time I made a big mess on the floor and I was so worried about it and y'all were like, do you see the place?
We're just probably like, that's the clean
It's
spot
just-
now.
It doesn't mean we want people to make messes
I
on the
know.
floor, but
We never-
we don't want you to
never feel
about it.
bad.
Yeah.
Like, go get
It's
your
just
size
nice because
donuts
we
or
all
something.
care so much about the place that we're asking.
Well, I
people
paint
to
those
make-
desks every week and every week they get,
Do you like FX Messerschmitt?
I don't know. What is
Oh,
that? Say it
contorted
again?
faces and all kinds of stones and metals.
What are we talking, start again?
FX Messerschmitt, contorted faces.
Where would I see that?
If you went to, you probably have to special order the shelf life.
Oh,
You know shelf life?
Yeah.
I have a book in shelf life.
Is that right? 40 years ago it was a gay joint, and I used to hang around there because I was a girl.
That's actually what Will told us.
They freak me out, but,
Any gender is a drag. Progress is not future, it's keeping up with the present. I had a very sad story happen to me. I was having a hamburger and a root beer at A&W. And when you fall, I fall. When you suffer, I suffer. The girl comes in and she's not in very good shape.
Right.
So I was kind of eating dope teams at Carmen's and all the rest of these things.
Yeah.
And I left. And I went to the corner and they should have been ashamed and embarrassed. They started me and I turned around and he says, that'll be $99 for spitting on the cement. I can't even spit. I take medication. I got a Sahara Desert.
Yeah.
So we got that. I says, this young lady down there is not going to marry her.
What happened?
They didn't give her a Valentine.
You know, I was on 16th Avenue one day. I was on my motorcycle. Similar story. The guy in front of me in traffic got out of his car and left it. Started jogging. And behind him was a station wagon filled with people. They got out of their car and left it. So in front of me was two vehicles with the doors left open. The one guy looked like a football player and he just jogged right past me.
Yeah.
The other guys were more normal sized, but there was a lot of them.
Yeah.
And they all just jogged by and left their vehicles in the road. And I thought, that can't be good. So I was on a motorcycle, so I just went around them. I got off at 16th Avenue and I was just turning onto Deerfoot, and in front of me was a squad car. And I flicked my lights at him and he pulled over. He's livid with me for flicking my lights at him. And I was like, hey man, actually I was being cheeky at first. I pulled up to the window. I said, do you know how fast you're going? He's like, are you kidding me? I was like, yes, I'm kidding you. I said, listen, there's a guy that was just running down the street. I don't know what it's about, but he's probably in trouble. You might want to go help him out. He did not rush to help anybody out. He just detained me for 45 minutes, checked out all my stuff, and then wanted to say that I might need to respond to some questions in the near future because there was an incident. So I guess like for his own safety, he doesn't rush in to save people. He just calls it in and they send a squad car or what have you. But because this happened, I was more cognizant when the guy that ran past me ended up on the news. They showed his picture and said he was missing. And then I saw his missing posters all over the place. And then around 6 months later, a news story came along that he'd been murdered. And what had happened was is he owed some guys some money for steroids.
Oh, yeah.
And they were trying to intimidate him into paying off his debt. They pulled out a blowtorch to intimidate him, and they blew off his
We're off.
and then they just
Uh-oh.
decided, well, now that his
Thanks,
dad murdered
Kelly.
this guy's foot, we
Yep.
need to go to him. And so they murdered him. And I remember sort of being pretty rattled because
People with attitudes.
Really, of course.
I pulled over the cop to say, hey, this guy's in trouble, and he didn't even move.
Hey,
But I
back.
guess as an adult, I kind of look back
Yeah.
and go, well, maybe it wouldn't have been safe for that officer.
I'm
to-
still a sea monkey. I was down by the bay and a guy comes up, hands me a $20 bill. He says,
Nice
I sure
scarf.
appreciate it." Birds off he went.
It's just not gonna stay on. Hold on.
Is the camera not working?
It's not working. It's not charging. Oh, it's charging. No,
I don't know if you've
it's
seen it
charging
or not.
now.
Is the live feed still going?
Yeah.
Toonies.
Yeah,
Is
we're
it
still
back on?
good.
It's on.
Toonies. I think a guy in BC made about 10,000 a loony,
Yeah.
and they took a black.
I just had looked away and I was like, oh, it's working.
underneath the duck.
Thanks
But
for
it said,
checking.
no
I was
tankers
working
left
on
on.
my goat and then I.
Oh yeah, no worries. I'm always kind of looking here, so working and
Well, you
looking.
know, there's a commercial with Dawn soap, and it's really, really good soap.
I
And
like
they
that.
clean the duck off,
Yeah.
and then they throw them back in the oil again. It's like midnight oil. How can you sleep when your beds are burning? Because you got no water bed, but you got a bunk bed, either going up or down.
Yeah.
It's right now. It's not apocalypse.
We're getting there.
No, the wasps are not happy.
Neither of the bees.
Oh,
There's some food
Sagittarius.
there.
It's a Sagittarius. He's not too happy there with his signature.
Yeah, right? Don't tell anybody.
Hmm.
I was in the mood.
Don't take this person. But Janis Joplin, I tried to goose her.
Yes,
Yeah. Oh, it
Well,
didn't.
we're off.
Rich.
What's that?
It keeps turning off.
So
It
this
said-
lamp
Yeah.
needs to be plugged in. Okay. And then this needs to be plugged in. It's not charged.
Yeah. Look, it is. Oh, no.
Is it charging?
It was. And
One
then
point. Is it charging? Because this needs to be plugged in. Is it plugged
it
in
is,
down
it's
there?
Plugged in down there. Sorry, technological issues.
I'm still eating creepy crawlers.
Well, there's only there. Okay.
It's gone.
That's 10.
We're figuring stuff out. Sorry. Do you need anything? Are you okay?
Oh, you don't have to be sorry. I'm going to New York. I'm supposed to be there with Patty right now, but I got to go to the Grace Rainier Auditorium because I'm performing.
There you go.
Yes, but also-
Godspeed.
Take care.
Sam.
Zounds.
It's 8:13. Do you want to turn it off a half hour early?
It needs to work.
But then we could have time to figure it out for
Does
9.
anyone else feel like they were just on the mushroom trip?
I can only say one thing to all you guys,
See you.
men and women, and then men too. That's not sorrow, but with pride. May we live as nobly as they died. Commemorate 100-year service donated by the Calgary veterans, June 11th, 1967, Eternal Flame. Lest we forget, in Flanders Field, where poppies grow. It's all over for the unknown soldier.
What?
Yeah, I want to see Morrison right now.
Take
See you later.
He just came on the Greyhound bus.
There's no more Greyhound bus.
It's a magic carpet.
That I believe.
White water or like a shot there. I really- Yeah, I know because I'm an erudite scholar of this situation. Bye, guys. I wish you lots and lots of goodness.
Take care.
Shopping bag.
I knew you would like. Also,
So cute. That's so crazy. I need it in my life.
I'm so excited. Actually, just but also. It's. You might be. It's like a little
Crochet.
It's like a
Crochet.
little maybe crochet bag.
Crochet.
That like
What?
it's bigger.
I
It's
was-
a reusable bag.
I was watching. Oh,
But it looks like an orange.
What are you saying?
cute. I was watching. Okay,
What are you
that's
saying?
awesome. I was listening to Marlo and Praxis tell a story.
Okay, well, it sounded like you're telling me there was a problem in code. If there's a problem, I need to know.
There's
Was there
no
a
problem. Well, just the camera that you're working on. Right?
Okay. I'm not trying to be grumpy. I'm just like
I
trying
know
to get.
you're
Like,
just stressed.
I'm not even stressed. I thought you're saying whispering, and I thought you might have been saying there's a problem by the door.
No, it is all good.
Come on. I'll give you $1,000 if you come on.
Where's this pattern?
Just stay.
Hey,
Just
let me
stay.
just show you
2
something
days
and then
ago,
you-
they just said, should I write a pattern for this? Yes. Yeah, you should, please.
It's literally just.
I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna check what this pattern is.
Oh, Elton.
Is it charging now?
No,
I'm confused.
but I love that thing.
Lemon juice.
Yeah.
I think we're making another type. This one is purple.
Okay, that's charging.
Great.
It's super important that this light doesn't go off,
Okay.
and this cube needs to go out of circulation. It doesn't work.
No, but like,
Wasn't it working yet last week with the long cord?
This cube doesn't work.
giant.
That's why the camera just went off.
Okay.
Not think that way. There was something on my face, and I got it off
Do
my
you
face.
think
and I
grapes
don't
have
wanna
to
know
come
what
in a bunch?
That would work and put an X on it. In ballpark, like in marker.
Let's put an X on this cube so I know
Or
what
red
so
ones,
we're
and you
testing.
freeze them and they.
Yeah, you don't want to reuse it, right?
Patty says there's an
Yeah, you
encyclopedia.
get the big.
A what?
Patty says there's an encyclopedia of knots. I was just getting
Oh,
caught up.
Ashley's Book of Knots.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so nice.
Wherever,
I like that we all know
It's
this.
very big. It's like this
Really
thick
random.
and like that by that. It's
That's
huge.
amazing.
It's got like 3 pages on nooses.
That's so nice.
Different nooses.
We all need to have more nooses.
I can't see these rays.
Nieces.
Right, you
Nieces.
wash them all up and then just literally like I take the whole container and just stick it in my freezer. And then you have, they seriously taste like
It's very good.
Very
Very
candies,
refreshing.
like what am I thinking? Sour Patch Kids. They taste like Sour Patch Kids, and they're in the summer. They're so good, and you have like 5, and you're just.
What's a Sour Patch
And
Kid?
it's like
Frozen red grapes.
It's
Any
very
frozen
cool.
grape was good.
Yeah,
Those
very
they're
cool.
have you
delicious.
tried
and you
those
don't
green
even.
grapes that are cotton candy grapes?
No,
Oh, they're so good. You
I
see
used to
them.
eat these things that they sold. I don't remember where, but they were like grape flavored apples. They were weird. I didn't appreciate them, but I ate them a lot. What am I looking for?
I love grapes.
I was
I just-
probably
I don't know.
like maybe 8.
When I was younger, my stepmom worked at like the GMO fact testing factory, and the stuff they grew was pretty freaky, pretty freaky. Like
Okay, there's a
chickens
comments
with
on this.
no feathers.
No,
Oh, stop that.
No.
Stop.
Oh, stop that.
absolutely not.
Did you see these?
Like space chickens.
They're making
I
a
saw
lemon
pictures
one
of these
too.
chickens.
I'm so sorry.
Pardon?
Your mom took the pictures?
My stepmom.
Stepmom took the
She
pictures?
did. They were freaky.
I'm not doubting
And
you. I'm just
strawberries
asking.
like this big.
Yeah, I'm not doubting you. I'm just asking for context.
They were trying to figure out, so the most stressful thing for the chicken is when they get caught.
Right.
So they also were raising chickens without eyes.
So they couldn't see.
So that they could,
Sorry.
like, they were breeding them
I'm so
without eyes.
uncomfortable.
Could you imagine them
They
just
were
running
working on
around the
chickens with-
fields?
Multiple wings.
No, stop.
You know, I heard
I
that
already
story.
have nightmares for fueling them. Fuel.
And I researched it, and I couldn't find any. I think I snooped it. The one about the multiple wings.
Yeah,
So I don't think that they actually pulled that off.
I don't think so either.
For
She
sure,
said
they
were
might be working on
Like,
it.
Yeah.
put all of those
I put
Well, that story ended up everywhere. And I remember earlier on in life, before I was checking my facts, a friend of mine had convinced me that the reason Kentucky Fried Chicken had to change their name was because what they were selling wasn't genetically chickens anymore. And that part of that story was that they had these 6-legged chickens, but that's something I've been seeking for years.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to see one.
I
And
don't
this
have
is
the
why
proof of
I-
that, but I
this-
did see the pictures of the ones with the feathers.
Yeah.
This is the video I was watching.
You could never
Chicken.
unsee that, I'm sure.
But the issue
Isn't
was
that
their
bad?
skin wasn't very good.
Their skin didn't taste good.
It got rough, right?
Yeah,
Because
the
they were
first
raised
comment, I
without
can't-
feathers.
Sunburned.
Yeah. So it wasn't working. Was the
My
point.
reaction.
Not worth
internally.
it.
Can you do me a favor?
Yes.
No.
Can you get me one of these out of there?
Yes.
And my teeth.
My teeth hurt.
Did you see your teeth hurt?
Yeah, a comment on this video.
Do you have teeth trouble right now?
No, I have autism.
Is that the one you
Is there another one? Actually, if you got me a knife, if you got me a knife in one of those.
I need to go back. and-
So do you grind your teeth? Is that the problem?
No.
No,
Just feelings.
Roxas just told me about someone who pays by putting the yarn on their bed and they like feed it through their bare toes to
Oh.
and that makes my teeth hurt thinking about
Oh,
it.
it makes your teeth
They said
hurt.
I put
Yeah.
it between my feet and feed it through my toes.
Oh my word.
Gotcha.
How would you be able to sell anything like consciously? Like, ugh.
And that
That's
makes
not
your
my
teeth
first
hurt, for real?
thought, to be honest.
Couldn't-
Sorry?
couldn't do it.
That makes your teeth hurt?
Well, like yes, but not
There's a
in
kid
like
I teach at
physical.
school who's has
I don't know how to explain.
No, I can
synesthesia.
feel it there.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's a somatic thing more so than a real thing. Maybe it's real for me. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a kid in my school that has synesthesia.
Oh,
And,
I wonder if
I have a tendency to wonder when people tell me stuff like that if it's true. Only the way she describes it makes me feel pretty authentically that it's true. So,
Did you? Oh, I thought you just ripped that open with your bare hand.
three of us have hurting teeth at that comment, so I feel like
It's true.
it's real. Are you making a noose?
No, it's a weird bowling.
Okay, I was like, first of all, that's not how you make it. Second of all,
did you hear me
to make a
confirming
noose.
that I believe you, or did you feel like I was saying I didn't believe you?
oh, I don't give a shit if you believe me.
Then why do you talk to me?
What? You're the one who questioned me.
I wasn't questioning you. I was trying to assure you that I believed you, and I was checking to make sure.
I
that
wasn't
you
worried
were not-
that you didn't.
Okay.
Again, I don't care what people.
But then if you don't care why do you talk to people?
Because I leave my house like twice a week. This is me
But no, I'm not
socializing.
saying you shouldn't talk to people. I'm saying like in our course, we want to make connection with people, don't we?
I suppose. I feel like other
Trying.
people want to make connection with me. more
It's
than
like
I want to
gobbledygook.
make it with
I'm
them.
talking to you because I'm trying to make connection, but I'm trying to make connection. I'm trying to make
And
connection,
it's already
not waste your time.
Well, no, it's that I don't care what people think of me. Because other people's perception of me is only my own.
So that's my autism. I don't ever think of like I don't make judgments on the people ever.
Well, I'm not making
I
judgments
just
on other
can't.
people.
I can't
I
even.
didn't say that. I think we're like misfiring.
We
right now.
usually do. Yeah, we
I'm
tend
just
to.
gonna not.
It's not, it's just
I'm
for
just
different
gonna nap.
autism.
Right.
It's okay.
I was trying to say that confirm that I like your story about synesthesia, but the my experience generally is how people describe their glitches or what have you. Sometimes, for instance, here's one. Are you on the dyslexic? Is that part of your?
More so with dyscalculia than dyslexia.
Right. So when I was young, they thought I was dyslexic,
I'm hyperlexic.
but they told me that meant that the letters were floating around on the page, and like I've never seen a letter float around on the page. So no, that's not part of my glitch.
I've never met anyone who actually relates to that aspect.
Well, there are a lot of people that'll tell you they see the letters floating around.
But maybe like you say, like you're saying,
more
it's
like
just like a
a-
lack of communication, like being able to share what they feel
Yeah.
or see.
And so, like, probably the thing that made me most confident about this young person I teach who has synesthesia was when we were talking about it, she immediately explained that it wasn't so much that she saw colors when she heard music, is colors when she sees music is the closest thing she could explain to it. And I was like, yeah, okay. Because I think sometimes when people see it on TV and they think it sounds cool, they start telling you about all the purples and the greens. Is like, it could be true. That's not my experience, right? So I tend to believe people more so when they get to the point where they're trying to explain that there aren't really words for this experience. And then the other thing is like, how would you know that your experience is different than everybody else's?
Because they think you're weird when you're growing up and you get bullied throughout elementary school, typically. That's my experience. I don't know.
Fly. Sorry,
So,
freaking out.
it's landed on me a few times.
I thought it was a mosquito first, and I was about to cry.
I'm wearing so much bed spray, so it should be fine. I'm wearing that perfect one.
It smells awful.
I don't like getting bit by bugs, so it's a toss up between the two. I get bit by bugs and I'm
Rich, can I hide this here for next week somewhere?
Yep.
Where should I hide it?
somewhere no one will find it.
Just put it where you found it, and then it'll probably still be there.
Where that?
No.
Well, red wool includes onions.
I feel like natural fibers.
Well, remind me to cut a piece of that linen for Faya before we leave today, okay?
You talking me?
No. I don't know if Rich hears me though. Rich,
What?
remind me to cut a piece of linen before we leave.
Were you just talking to me?
Yeah,
Deaf ear.
I know. And also I was thinking, I think I'm very quiet. I was
Why
tired.
don't you cut it right now? It's right there.
Well,
I don't use those. I'm not typically.
I don't have my
One time, okay, so I was like a third.
fabric
One
scissors
time my mom
here.
made me dress up as a clown for my sister's birthday, and I don't know how to explain the pain of painting your own clown face. It's horrific. You're like looking in the mirror. Like,
For Halloween.
yeah, because my mom had a
Costume
clown.
they put me in.
Yeah, it was like a parent-kid clown duo.
That or often my mom dressed me up as a Native American. So bad. The pictures of me in brown face. Lots of them.
I mean, you were a kid. So
I was a baby. I couldn't even walk or talk yet. But then again, it happened. Mhm. Yeah, I've told my kids I've done it, and there was a Halloween where I was an adult, and maybe I should have known better. I was 20, and I dressed up like Whoopi Goldberg.
One sentence.
Totally out of context.
Well, you're admitting to it now. Being a better white lady.
I wasn't considered.
Oh, yeah.
Again, there could be pictures out there. Though.
I think it would be safe to say that based on what you had available at the time, you did it with love.
I did. Everyone
And
thought I was Bob Marley, and I was not Bob Marley. Whoopi Goldberg.
I think it's important to acknowledge that
But it's fair.
you're doing your best.
Yeah.
It's a very different world now than it was 10 years.
And I will say in defense of my mom, she did really love the culture, and it's not like she stuck me in a Pocahontas outfit. Like, she made the moccasin, she did the beadwork, she put effort in.
I didn't realize that. I thought she was
She
Walmart
just
or
no,
sellers.
no. She made sellers. Oh,
Kmart.
sellers.
I miss sellers.
It was always sellers. Like she did put the work in. This was a question I also asked. I'm on the Circle of Allies at work, which is the Indigenous group of training. And when I was in grade 6, my mom made me leather beaded moccasins, and they have coyote fur on them, and they're beautiful. And I still have them, and they still fit. And the question was, am I allowed to wear this? Like, am I allowed to wear them? They have beaded roses on them. They have, I didn't get an answer. So I think that means no.
Well, it could also mean I just forgot to answer you.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's an answer you can get universally from any small group of
That's the
people.
No, I
thing
know.
too. Like for instance,
But a
if
lot
I
of
was
times just the
taught-
instinct to ask that question is probably the answer to the question.
I was taught as a teenager this much from an elder.
Yeah.
And so I do.
Yeah.
But like I do it on my own.
We were taught that as well, and if
Yeah.
there's nobody else present that has the authority to, you're more than welcome to do it for yourself. You should not be doing it for other people.
No, I don't. It's
But,
my own thing. My cats are there sometimes.
Yeah, even we talked about this again in the group, because even if you're in a room and there's an elder there, you should.
Is everybody okay?
What?
No,
I keep hearing
barely
things
do it.
outside, like falling over. Or...
But when we were in our
Right.
meetings, they say if you have your.
Do you want to check outside if something fell over?
Feel free to do it at this point with us. Yeah.
But
It's
I
a
always
case
felt
of,
weird.
is it cultural appropriation or cultural appreciation? And I think it's appreciation.
Yeah. I do appreciate
But I think I need to talk to Daisy again about it and just find out her thoughts, because
And it's like a matter of using like the right verbs and stuff. Like I started out using stage and then I recognized it's not right. Yeah, the whole world recognized it.
What I mean?
You know, like I'm like,
yeah.
Cedar is also.
Yeah.
What kind of dog is that?
It's a monkey's fest.
Oh,
Monkey's fest.
is it fun?
No, it's
It's just a fun.
it's a
How much time is left, James?
Half an hour, but we have 40 minutes, and then I'll turn off the feed.
Hey, can you do it here?
But I have a bundle of
Yep.
sage in the back that was gifted to me. It just sits in the back of my car. And he was like, what are you doing with this one? I'm like, oh, it sits in the back of my car. He was like, why aren't you taking it in? I'm like, because it sits in the back of my
If that's
car
where
and
you
it
feel like,
keeps me safe.
yeah, if that's where you feel like it's.
I haven't been in an accident in this car. It keeps me safe, so it just needs to stay there for now.
Little
Eventually,
solid
it'll go into the house. It just this is where I live. Yeah.
I taught a kid that was in gangs. And
I'm not gonna eat one now.
he went to art school.
Definitely gonna.
And when he went to art school, I gave him a paint box.
I was not expecting this. It's like a.
And
You know?
when I gave him my paint box, he gave me
And I've been working
baseball
on
bat.
parts going freaking.
And the concept was celebrating not being part of gangs anymore.
Golf that I did at 7 stairs.
I kind of recognized that the baseball bat had tooth marks in it. And so
Thank you,
I
man.
didn't exactly know where to get rid of the baseball bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it stayed in the back of my car for the longest time
Actually get to go see a new specialist tomorrow.
until one day my neighbor was a
I still skate, you know, now.
counselor of sorts.
Sore after and.
She took the bat from me
Well,
and
actually, both
disposed of it.
this one. is like just 5 wheel drag. And this one is trying to get.
Reel it back, it has to begin. You're fishing.
This one, like.
Oh, no. I'm really hard to catch.
Every caught up and I
Like
like.
anybody's tried to catch me.
It's only Thursday or Friday.
Thursday.
This might be the slowest week of the year for me so far.
Seriously, have you seen on TikTok of the guy?
It's been a hard week.
So,
Like,
let go of the
so
lines.
big.
The worst fisher person ever.
Molly, stop eating the tacos and try to get you a mom.
Yeah, fishing is a guy.
It's so good.
I'm also bad
Eating
at
those
acting.
fakes. Trying to get you a mom.
Nice. I caught something, y'all.
I want that to be on fire and hung around your head.
Not the same option inside.
That was.
Yeah, yeah, like be a fire eater.
I've got a lighter.
And turpentine? Or
I'm sure there's
There's
something
lighter
flammable.
fluid in it, I'm sure.
lots of.
Oh, regular.
It's like that Mills 5. It's like anything added to the
How much time
Clearly, it did.
20 minutes.
Yeah, but it's not. It's hard. It takes a long time to tie.
I want Google to be open on Wednesday nights and then.
Yeah.
And they need to just do it in the summer. Because we didn't do it in the winter.
They're actually pretty busy during the day, like on the weekends. I've been there a few times for art meets. I could. Double Dutch. I used to do double Dutch.
Alright, let's go. There's not enough space.
Hi.
You would have to be like an infant.
Yeah, basically, yeah. We got pumpkin now.
How old are you?
And we did, what was it called? Skip rope for heart. Did you guys do that?
Oh, yeah.
You do the whole day of jumping rope and you get
Oh.
pledges.
I hated that.
I loved it.
I was.
And they had the beaded double Dutch ones that made the clicky sound.
Oh, yeah. I always was jealous.
And we would
of
do
those who could do it.
somersaults into it and then jump up.
Yeah, I do not relate. I have like don't.
You never did double Dutch skipping?
I don't even understand how much I don't have to use of my body.
You just go like this and you jump back and forth.
Yeah, my body doesn't.
Yeah, my foot would get stuck. And
It's so hard to get in.
Like,
Every time I try to get in, I always get sick.
I depend on this like where I'm in my brain all the time. Like, I don't want to, like my body doesn't like I have to try really hard.
I know it was like so much, but it's just kind of
Like not even in a just like feeling.
Yeah.
It's just the way I
I have a professional.
why?
And you can go really fast. and jump.
It's like a really
I just wanted to see what happened.
Yes. And it makes really good sounds. And it's faded. Oh yeah, there.
Hey, Jess,
Yeah.
what do you think of the veil?
Sorry?
What do you think of the veil?
Can you hear? I can't hear what he's saying. Sorry.
Can we just type it into the comments, please?
Yeah, no problem.
I can't hear anything. Sorry. Can you hear metal outside? Is those the workers? Was it the workers, the metal sound?
What?
The metal sound outside, was it workers?
Hopefully.
I don't want to know. Because if the answer is no, then someone's going to take care of it.
Well, that's the thing. So I didn't see it.
I'm just going to pretend it doesn't exist. It's not a problem.
I'm really sorry. If you're
Social security.
Blinders.
Oh, I wasn't watching.
Yeah, me either.
Look like it was challenging at
Yeah,
all.
remake it.
It's just annoying.
Really?
Sorry.
Sorry, I guess I'm a psychopath.
Well, I already knew that.
Yeah. You already know my astrology chart.
Do you have the power to not yawn? You can not yawn when other people
It's a
yawn?
lack of health.
For real?
That's what they say.
So if you yawn all the time, you cannot not yawn when other people yawn? Does that mean you have like overflowing empathy and you
That or
gotta?
you're I only removed. I'm over here feeling it almost. Balance. I I'm over here feeling all the emotions, but not letting anyone know that I have news.
I know.
But I know, so this is why I'm working.
It's fun to get mad at people when they can't figure it out.
Okay, but like also, what's annoying is when like when you do know what people want from you, but they won't tell you. They just like think it towards you. What do you want me to do?
And you're just being permissive.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna chase you. I don't chase you.
I know exactly what you want, but you don't.
If I had hair, it would be tucked behind my ear.
Oh, damn it. So many
Stay over there.
It's very sugar. It's almost a full moon inside of Chris, which is like party. It's gonna be a good one. I only know your true.
Yeah, I was hearing big career things.
Yes.
By the end of this week,
My Leo. My career section of my shirt is just like career reputation. So clearly here I am being a Leo in a sense. But it's gonna hit my Leo career like directly. Like actively, like I already know what's coming.
Forever.
I like learning about the planet and then watching it like pulled out exactly how I.
And it's like, you can't ask
Yeah.
people. Fucking.
No element.
Like there is, because the planets hold energies, so you can guess and like look at what's happening in life.
So you still have to make decisions and make the
Yeah.
gifts, though?
Yeah, like you
Is
still
it
free
just
will.
like giving you
Somebody's
the
really good for it.
courage to make those moves, maybe? Is that how you put that
I
in?
think of astrology like having a handbook for like you know when people are always like I wish there was a handbook.
Oh,
for
very
things.
cool. I was gonna ask you, did you want, I saw your painting left here. Did you want to put it in today, this week, or no? Yeah? What would you like your?
Actually, hand it to me.
Of course.
You can leave it.
Or
you
It's not, I love it. I just saw it after the fact, so I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, no, I could fix it.
Knowing about the energies, I'm able to make better decisions.
Since I was went to the hospital and everything.
No.
When's the last time I was here?
Before, it was the day before you left for Edmonton because you drove me home.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we do.
Alexis has a good memory.
Doctor.
No, it's just, I remember the last time I see people. Don't ask me about like 5 times ago. I won't remember, but the last time, I don't remember.
You're like, I always remember the last time we saw. I was happy once.
I know literally where my best friend and I went for food the very last time I saw him before we moved to the UK 9 months ago.
I remember the last time I saw my best friend
Yeah,
before.
I have those memories.
I was ditched my last meeting with my friends. I say, "Oh, I'll meet you down at the movie theaters," and then I don't go. My way
Because he
of
has
avoiding-
fears of saying goodbye.
That's my way of avoiding intimacy.
He also
So
does
if
that.
I'm never moving and I tell you I'll meet you at the theater, I'm not actually coming.
Go directly to your house.
Yeah, I guess I probably won't be here in September.
We're going in September.
I'm not going anywhere. My friend's coming to visit the first 2 weeks, and then I'm going to be sad the last 2 weeks. So.
Friend Hugh?
I don't even know if we'll have time to do everything that we plan on doing already.
You have a friend coming from another country and you're not planning to bring them here?
They were
That's
here
heresy.
before.
For shame.
It's
That's
okay.
usually the
Blasphemy.
For shit.
It's Rumble House, you're not bringing them? Like, that's
I don't
for
know if
shame.
it's their type of vibe.
I don't care. I brought a friend last week. It was not their vibe, but they still came because I like it. Yeah, I know, but they're
What time is it right now?
like full Pisces.
I can't ask them right now. I'll ask them
Not
at
to
1 a.m.
introvert here.
Yeah, but like when you're so introverted that you don't come anywhere.
This is the only place I come.
Same, which is
Wait, it's technically their birthday right now.
I'm supposed to be on dating apps meeting people, and I'm like, yeah,
Don't
no.
do dating apps.
I didn't. I deleted
I'm
it.
supposed to be. Just like
I'm on schedule.
Meeting people my age and whatnot. I'm like, no, bro.
You can just date people who are not your age, and that's easy. I don't know. I'm just trying to throw out.
Here's a question, Chelsea.
Just
Yeah.
ditch the dating apps. Stuff.
If you had to date somebody you met at Rumble House, would it be?
Oh God.
Nobody.
No, like to save the universe. We're all counting on you.
Like save the universe
I
in
think
what
we're
way?
gonna die.
In what
I
way?
already know for a fact you'd go with Jess, even if she just asked you, even without the universe. So. You told me enough times. Watch myself in traffic. I know.
Yeah, no. No.
It's also like online.
Isn't it just a fun
She's not
thought?
gonna
Yeah,
answer
I was just
this.
gonna say maybe after life. you
I
can
know.
turn
I was
it
like,
off.
that's kind of like a very.
I don't
Question.
think, no. I love everybody here, but not to date.
Not like that.
What are we thinking a date is, by the way? Here's a funny story. This is how I got through to my kids today. So I was talking to them about how Dr. John will support me.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think of like the word benefactor. So I kept asking, and it happened like 3 classes in a row where I was like, it happened 3 classes in a row where I was like, what's it called? Like, and I was looking for the word benefactor, and each time kept going back to sugar daddy.
Same thing. Without the sugar.
I'm not sure what grade of kids I agreed. Yeah, sugar daddy. Before I was like,
I'd say
wait.
without the daddy.
No, just a diabetic sugar daddy. That's what I need.
I don't know what
Gives
that
you
means.
money.
I'm the only diabetic here now.
I know. I was like, what is it?
Isn't it kind of culturally understood that a sugar
I mean,
daddy
I'm
doesn't
plant-based,
necessarily mean what it meant in the 50s? That it could just mean somebody who helps you out. Or,
No, not anymore.
Oh.
And in fact, sugar mamas are becoming more and more of a thing because
I got a sugar mama.
women in their 50s
She
no
is
longer
really
want
much
to be in relationships that they don't want the company
But I've got a
of young
sugar
men.
mama. Like if I want something, just buys it for me. Everything,
That's
everything
true.
else, I pay for the house.
Because
and the
I also
car.
like the things you want.
Jess is
So I'm
supposed to
like,
be older than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like when I
And
need stuff, I
Jess
don't
is
go buy
supposed
it.
to like leave money on the bedside table for you.
I asked Jess if it's.
we should try that. That'd be funny.
For real.
I'll let you know tomorrow.
It's like a college student income.
It's
I
like
actually really like that idea. I'm down.
For real. It's the thing.
As far as the banking goes, though, like if I
Could
want
you
something,
imagine
I
just
basically
leaving them a
tell.
little tip?
and thank you.
I mean, you left you a little tip.
Sorry, I apologize.
Did you just assume my gender?
Sorry. It's been a very long time.
Probably breath.
Yeah.
Actually, when we were just friends, Jess bought me a motorcycle and it caused me all kinds of problems.
Just friends, hey.
I don't think they were ever just friends.
We were just friends for 2 years.
I don't believe that.
I don't.
And she bought me a
I had a
motorcycle.
friend who went to their school and they were just friends.
Yeah.
I've heard the gossip from behind the scenes.
Did the kids say we were just friends?
Yeah.
We were absolutely just friends. She was my best friend for 2 years.
I mean, everyone knew you'd end up together. But
That is
Exactly.
true. We didn't know that. The parents giggled about it, but we had no idea. And in all honesty, like 2 years later, it was like, oh.
yeah. Yeah.
But I thought she wanted kids, and I was like, I loved her too much to interfere with that because I already had kids. And one day I found out she's okay without kids.
You have the nice kids.
Ba-boom.
Ba-boom.
That's actually not how it happened at all. But that's probably what kept us earnestly just friends. Was that I didn't want to ruin her life by attaching her to me. I loved her enough to not be
I
her
was just
boyfriend.
gonna say.
What?
Turtle powder.
Do you want one that's not powder?
I have some in my car.
I don't think mine are the dry.
Okay, I'm gonna turn off the live feed.
Probably well past time to turn
Maybe
off the
should have
light.
done that earlier. Okay,
It's been a weird night. I'm deleting this one for sure.
I apologize in general. I'll see you at 9 o'clock though. See you at 9 o'clock. See you at 9 o'clock.
Bye.
Thanks, Kelly. Bye.
I
See
actually,
you.
so this is the thing, right? There are nights when I've deeply, deeply embarrassed myself.